fashion and clothes and whatnot. And to see it portrayed in the same way, I guess, a lot. You know, you get a white background, gray background, girl jumping. To me, it's repetitive, a little boring. And I always, you know, wanted to bring like a different mix to anything that I try to do. So kind of coming up with concepts or really interesting lighting or backstories that, you know, are left to the viewer is something that I think is real important, not only to set myself apart from other fashion photographers, but to please myself as well. You know, if I'm shooting something, I mean, it's too easy to set up one light and shoot on the white background when you can do something that's satisfying creatively as well. So I definitely try to go that route. The companies I've worked with have been really fortunate. They allow me to do what I want to do. Not really what I want to do, but they let me kind of play with it a little bit, I guess. Play with the light and kind of give them maybe a new angle on something that they'd seen before. So I haven't really taken too many jobs that don't let me do that. You know, there's specific things where the product needs to be shown in a perfect, great light and whatnot. But then on the same note, you can still show that product how people want to see it, but include things in the environment or in the way you light it or the action of the person that can help enhance it to kind of a different storytelling. Like, you know, maybe you overexpose something that people normally wouldn't, but you still capture stuff in the shadow. There's different ways to do it, so I definitely try to do that in all the things that I do. I just like the bikini shots down there. Like we don't want the bikini at the beach and like regular, so make it something interesting. So giving me that, you know, give me a little guideline, but then kind of see what I can come up with and letting me run with it is nice. It's something I definitely strive to go towards. Is like making it look different or taking something out of a world you regularly see it in and maybe drop it into something that juxtaposes like the full concept of what you normally see in that. You know, shooting menswear in a feminine environment or shooting, you know, bikinis in a really rough, harsh environment, stuff like that. It flicks a little bit because I really I get to get out a lot of creative stuff here through work now, whereas before like a lot of the personal stuff and creative stuff was like a sidebar to doing, you know, white backdrop, gray backdrop, you know, same step and repeat type thing. So this definitely gives me a creative outlet that I hadn't had before. So it's been really interesting to kind of how to mold the personal stuff and this, you know, like crazy weird light stuff. If you look at the work that I've been doing for Hurley, I think it's really highly influenced by a lot of my personal work. Because I have the time to work on a project now, and I'm going to get paid for it, so it kind of is like, this is a great opportunity, so I'm going to kind of try to take this as far as I can, within the guidelines of, you know, the corporate world, or the surf industry, or whatever it is. For me, that's great, to be able to like bring my personal aesthetic or whatever into this corporate stuff is a bonus, you know, than having to totally conform and change everything. If you look at some of the fashions that are coming up now, they're definitely inspired by stuff, you know, maybe from the 80s, mid-80s, 70s, kind of infused, and all that stuff that people are looking at that's inspiring are photos from that time. I mean, mostly, and some people probably have garments and whatnot that they're looking at, but how those images were portrayed then is what is influencing people now, I think, in clothes and how they're taking the pictures and whatnot. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a repetitive